Hey, love, your specific person is going to reach out to you after this video, and you don't have to take any action in order to do so because your specific person in this moment, whether you believe it or not, already misses you and is already on the verge of reaching out. And it all has to do with our belief. And obviously, the state that we're coming from. Because I can't tell you how many times in coaching sessions I have people ask me kind of the question of what do we have to take action? Do we have to do this? Do we have to do that? Do we have to reach out to our specific person? And the simple answer is no. You never have to do anything to create your reality. And a really simple way to put it is to just imagine you as being someone who is pursued. If you are someone who is pursued, you are not doing anything, and your specific person is chasing after you, desiring you, texting you, calling you, all of that. Now, will I say, if you desire or want to take action, yes, you are not going to mess up your manifestation because manifestation always has a bridge of events or basically tells us what to do through divine guidance. But you can absolutely have your specific person literally message you in this video, after this video. That has happened so many times in the past on my channel. So why can't this happen to you? But it all begins from the state that we're coming from. Because truly, whenever you're in a state, whether it be abundance, sadness, happiness, loneliness, whatever that is, your mind is going to find a way to create or bring you whatever it is. So if we're in a state of loneliness, all of our divine guidance just wants to support the feeling of being lonely. And it's really simply put, whenever you've had a bad day, doesn't it seem like the rest of the day also goes bad? But when we have a good day, when we have a happy day, everything in the day seemingly goes good and positive. So in order then to manifest your specific person messaging you, calling you, whatever you want specifically after this video, we just want to get into a state of being pursued. So right here, right now, ask yourself, what would it feel like and how would you feel if your specific person was constantly messaging you? You never felt like you had to reach out to them. You never had to question it. You just always, every single time you picked up your phone, you had messages from them. How would you feel? Or to really make this idea kind of push yourself into that state, because sometimes we're like, well, I don't know how that would feel. Imagine if tomorrow, if I told you for a fact your specific person is going to be blowing up your phone. How do you feel right here and right now? If you knew that this was the truth, that tomorrow you were going to have a minimum of 100 messages from your specific person, how would you feel? Would it feel like you had to do anything right now? Would any question of what action do I take, would that ever be something that comes on your mind? Would you even question the idea or thought that your specific person is messaging you after this video? And so basically what we're going to be doing is we're kind of letting our specific person reach out to us because right now they want to. And anytime we actually take up a pursued state, our specific person's going to naturally do the opposite as a result. But the same thing is in reverse. If you feel like right now you're chasing your specific person, this act of chasing or pursuing then causes your specific person to then act as someone who is pursued, right? Your mind and your assumptions are creating your reality, and it always wants to match whatever it is that you are feeling. So basically, in this video, we are letting them reach out to us. And to dive further into the concept of action, remember, don't take action or don't do anything if you don't feel good, confident, and in the state. Because as we mentioned, whatever state you're coming from, that's what the divine guidance is going to be aligning for. So if you are feeling lonely, down, or sad, your best option is actually to take no action at all, right? Focus on your internal state. Then when you get into a happy and abundant state, everything is going to be clear because that's that's why at the beginning of the video, I was like, you don't need to take any action. Because honestly, action seemingly does more bad than good. Because when you actually are taking this action, when you're trying to force your reality, it starts to mismatch or make you confused. It's kind of like, think of two different portions of your mind, where one portion of your mind is like the logical thinking brain. That's the part that's like, I have to do something. And the subconscious is the true one that's in control. And the more we think with our conscious mind, the less we think with our subconscious. And so basically, divine guidance comes through the subconscious. Or whenever you feel like this urge of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, and it feels easy and effortless, or I'm going to go to my friend's house. I had someone yesterday in a coaching session have a divine guidance of going to a coffee shop, and it led to some massive, massive, awesome, and amazing results. But that's your divine guidance. And the more we actually think with our mind of what do I do, how do I do it, the less we can hear that other portion. So basically, don't act from any state that isn't in alignment with what you want. And again, you don't have to do anything. A really cool metaphor I always like to use in this situation, and I'll give you an example of someone who applied this idea and manifested. Think of a factory producing an unsafe product. Okay, imagine your factory is supposed to produce a kid's story, and it turns out to be something extremely unsafe. Maybe there's like lead in the paint or something. This factory is so much better off stopping completely, just stopping what they're doing, because their factory is producing something unsafe. It's so much cheaper and better to stop. It's safer. You're going to not have any people harmed in the process if you just stop right here and right now. But if instead they're like, you know what, I'm just going to do this and then we'll figure out after. Imagine, I don't even want to imagine. Don't even imagine that. But it's so much better to stop in the moment you know that you're acting or doing something not from the state. Because that's actually how we are supposed to be acting, and sometimes we act in the opposite. Think about it this way. Have you ever encountered your specific person and was really upset, worried, fearful, or anxious, and did something that you knew you shouldn't do but did anyway because of your emotion? That would be an instance where we're this factory, and because we're in a negative space, the only product we can produce is negative. But if instead we change that and move over into the versions of ourselves that's happy and abundant, we feel that automatically love, abundance, and positivity is produced as a result, and our factory product is then love and abundance. And I know it does sound really simple, but this is going to be a massive game changer to your whole reality. Literally, basically, if you have the thought of action or no action is probably the route to go. Because again, when all of my coaching sessions, I always like to have people take up the state of being pursued. Because obviously, every single moment of the day, I can't be there to be like, yes, do that. No, don't do that. Yes, that action is divine. Because really, it depends on how you're feeling about the situation. But when we are in a pursued state, the whole concept of do I do this or do I not do that completely gets erased, because your specific person is reaching out to you. Your specific person is chasing you. Your specific person is coming after you. So act and feel. What does it feel, or what would it be like to be someone who is pursued? And then get into that state, and remember, don't take an action that doesn't align with that, or literally don't take any action at all. Because if you can imagine your specific person chasing after you, well, again, the 100 messages by tomorrow that you are manifesting, then what action would you take in order to make that occur? So as always, I did want to include a success story that showcases how quickly this can happen. Because again, the thought of manifesting a text during this video, or your specific person messaging you after, might feel, when we're in current states, like so difficult or hard to do, but it truly isn't. So here's someone, and it's just a really quick double notification they sent me. They wrote, Kyle, I wish I could send you a screenshot. He just FaceTimed me right after the seminar, and then a bunch of loving emojis. But they literally, after one of my seminars, one of my workshops, instantly manifested their specific person to FaceTime them. Think of the power in that. And so just by watching a video and looking at a workbook, literally created their manifestation to happen instantaneously, immediately after. And so if they can do this, why can't you do this immediately following this video? You absolutely can. Any sort of worry or doubt that you can't absolutely is a lie. It's just totally not true because this is your reality. You create it. Your specific person is going to message you after this video. If you know for a fact that this is happening, after you leave a thumbs up on this video, comment, "My specific person is blowing up my phone." And this comment is going to set a massive intention in making it your reality. As well as if you did have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Remember, you can also reach out to me personally at my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. For all of my members, I'm actually about to go live really soon. By the time this comes up, I might already be live. So if you are a member, make sure to hop in there because I'm going to be answering all of the questions, comments, and concerns about manifesting your specific person right here, right now, instantly. Thank you again so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow, or I'll see you in the live right now.